Hey everyone, we're diving deep today into something I know a lot of you are interested in, building another income stream. And not just any income stream, but passive income.
Yeah, and specifically,
And we're looking at how you can use print on demand to potentially earn while you sleep, travel, or just live your life.
the holy grail, the
Yeah.
holy grail of income.
Exactly.
Print on demand, or POD as it's often called, really caters to the side hustle generation. It takes that classic, entrepreneurial dream designing and selling products, and it strips away a lot of the traditional barriers, like huge upfront costs and the headache of managing inventory.
Yeah, that's a big one for people. So let's map this out for our listener who might be totally new to this. What exactly is print on demand? How does it actually work?
Okay, so imagine this. You have a brilliant design idea. Maybe a funny slogan, a piece of artwork, or even a design that taps into like a niche interest that you're super passionate about. So instead of having to figure out how to manufacture, store, and ship this product yourself, you partner with a POD company. They handle all the logistics, printing your design on a variety of products. They package them up and they ship them directly to your customers whenever an order comes in.
So essentially, you're the creative mastermind, and the POD company is like your silent partner,
Exactly.
handling all the behind-the-scenes operations.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty slick. But I bet choosing the right partner is crucial, right?
It's like choosing a business partner in any venture.
Exactly.
You need to find one that aligns with your goals and values.
For sure.
Our sources highlight a handful of popular platforms like Printful, Teespring, Redbubble, Society6, and Zazzle. Each has its own strengths and quirks.
Sure. So, okay, let's break those down. For our listener who's ready to jump in, how do they know which platform is the right fit for their POD journey?
Think of it this way. You're choosing the right vehicle for a road trip. So if you're craving control over every detail, like branding, pricing, and envisioning yourself eventually integrating with a full-blown e-commerce store, Printful or Printify are like powerful SUVs built for customization. They offer seamless integration with platforms like Etsy, Shopify, WooCommerce.
So those are for the serious entrepreneur who wants to build a brand from the ground up.
Right, but what if our listeners more test the waters?
Yeah.
Just starting out, wants to see what sticks. Then you've got your marketplace platforms. Think of Redbubble or Society6 as bustling craft fairs,
Right.
each with its own vibe and built-in customer base. You upload your designs, set your prices within their structure, and their existing shoppers can just, discover your work.
Yeah.
Less control, but way less pressure to build an audience from scratch.
So it's a trade-off, convenience and reach,
Right.
versus control and customization.
Yeah.
Yep, got it. What about Teespring? Our sources mentioned it being popular with certain types of creators, right?
Teespring is interesting. It's like a stage for online performers, YouTubers, streamers, podcasters, anyone with an existing online community
Right.
often uses Teespring to create merch for their fan base. It's all about leveraging the connection that you've already built.
So you've got your metaphorical vehicle picked out, your entrepreneurial engine is revving, now you need to actually design the product, right? What if our listener isn't, say, a graphic designer by trade?
That's where it gets really interesting. There's a misconception that you need to be like a Photoshop wizard to succeed in POD.
Right.
But the truth is there's so many tools and strategies that level the playing field.
Let's give our listener a toolkit then for creating awesome designs, even if they're starting, totally from scratch.
Okay.
So what are their options?
Okay, well, first off, user-friendly design platforms like Canva have totally democratized design. It's no longer about the technical skills, it's about your creative vision. Canva offers templates that are tailored for different POD products, so you're not just starting with this blank canvas.
Right.
And their drag and drop interface and library of elements make it super easy to create professional-looking designs, even if you are a total beginner.
Canva is definitely a game changer. I've used it myself, and it's amazing what you can achieve with, a little time and creativity.
Yeah.
But what if our listener wants to level up their designs even further?
Yeah.
Or maybe they just lack the time to DIY.
That's where the power of outsourcing comes in. Freelance platforms like Fiverr and Upwork are teeming with talented designers specializing in every style imaginable. You can browse portfolios, read reviews, and just find someone whose aesthetic aligns perfectly with your vision.
So it's like having a personal design team on demand. Pretty cool. Now, I'm curious, how do you make sure that the designs you create actually resonate with buyers and translate into sales?
That's where understanding your audience and market research comes in. One pro tip that our sources highlight is keyword research.
Okay.
Instead of designing in a vacuum, use platforms like Etsy or Redbubble to your advantage. Type in keywords related to your niche, for example. If you're designing funny cat t-shirts, try searching funny cat gifs or cat lover t-shirts and see what pops up in those search suggestions.
So you're essentially peeking into the minds of your potential customers, seeing what they're actively searching for.
Right.
That's a brilliant strategy. Now, let's say our listener has nailed the design aspect, they've chosen their platform, and they've even done their market research. What's the next crucial step on their POD journey?
Well, now we're moving beyond just creating those cool designs, and we're
Yeah.
moving into the realm of like building a brand.
Yes,
Business.
we've laid the groundwork.
Yep.
Now, how do we get these amazing designs in front of the people who are going to love them?
Yeah.
How do we market our POD store effectively?
You got to find your audience where they hang out online. And for visually driven products like the ones you create through POD, social media is your best friend. Platforms like Instagram and Pinterest are practically made for showcasing those designs. Think eye-catching photos, engaging videos, and of course those all-important relevant hashtags.
So it's not enough to just post a product photo and call it a day, right?
Right.
We need to think like a lifestyle brand, create content that tells a story, connects with people on an emotional level.
And don't underestimate the power of a small budget for targeted ads. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram allow you to get incredibly specific with your targeting, putting your products in front of the people who are most likely to be interested.
Right, so it's about working smarter, not just harder.
Exactly.
Now, what about those who are selling on marketplaces like Etsy or Redbubble?
Yeah.
Do these social media strategies still apply there?
Absolutely. But on those platforms, it's also super important to master search engine optimization, or SEO. Think of it as making sure your shop is easy for shoppers to find when they're browsing on the marketplace itself.
Right.
You want to use relevant keywords in your product titles, tags, and descriptions. This helps your listings show up higher in search results when someone's looking for exactly what you offer.
So it's like putting up a big bright sign in the virtual marketplace so
Yeah.
customers can easily find you amidst all the other shops.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What about content marketing? Does that play a role in the POD world? Because that can feel a little less direct maybe than, social media or SEO.
Content marketing is like the slow and steady approach to attracting customers. Think blog posts offering styling tips featuring your designs,
Okay.
or YouTube videos showing your products in action. You're providing value, you're building trust, and you're subtly showcasing what makes your brand unique.
So you're planting seeds of interest that can grow into loyal customers over time.
Exactly.
That's a great long-term strategy.
Uh-huh.
Are there any other marketing avenues that we should explore?
Collaborations and affiliate programs can be super effective for expanding your reach. Think about partnering with influencers who, align with your brand aesthetic.
Right.
They can introduce your products to their audience, and that gives you instant credibility.
Yeah, it's like borrowing someone else's megaphone
Yeah.
to reach a whole new crowd.
Yeah.
What about affiliate programs?
Affiliate programs are a great way to incentivize others to promote your products. You basically give other website owners or content creators a unique link to your products. When someone makes a purchase through their link, they earn a commission. It's a win-win.
So you're creating like a whole team of virtual salespeople
Exactly.
who are motivated to help you succeed. That's really smart. Now, I know our listener is all about the passive part of passive income. What are some strategies for maximizing that, making sure this venture requires minimal ongoing effort once it's, up and running?
It's all about working smarter, not harder. Remember those social media strategies we talked about? Tools like Buffer or Hootsuite allow you to schedule your posts in advance. So instead of interrupting your day to post on Instagram, you can spend a couple hours a week planning and scheduling your content and then let the platform do the work for you.
That frees up so much mental space.
Yeah.
Any other ways to automate or streamline our POD operations?
Once you have a few successful designs under your belt, don't be afraid to diversify your product line. Maybe a design that's selling really well on a t-shirt
Right.
would also do really well on a tote bag, phone case, or even a throw pillow.
I love that.
Experimenting with those different product categories can open up new revenue streams without you having to create completely new designs.
I love that idea. It's like taking something that's already working,
Yeah.
giving it new life, expanding its reach. What about pricing? I imagine that could be a bit of a dance, finding the sweet spot between profit and staying competitive.
Pricing is definitely an art and a science. First, Consider your costs. Production expenses from your POD partner, any platform fees, and your own desired profit margin.
Right.
Then look at your competitors. What are they charging for similar products? You want to be competitive but not undervalue your work.
So it's a balancing act.
Right.
But like you said, it's art and science, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be strategic, but also trust your gut
Yeah.
and be willing to experiment.
Yeah.
Any other pricing tips for our listener?
Don't be afraid to adjust your prices over time. What works today might not work a year from now. Pay attention to your sales data. If certain products are like flying off the shelves, maybe there's room to increase the price a little bit. And on the other hand, if something's consistently underperforming, maybe a price adjustment can make it more appealing.
So be flexible, monitor your data,
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to tweak your strategy as needed. Now, before we move on to our final thoughts, I wanted to touch on one more, I think, crucial aspect of running a successful POD business.
Yeah.
Even if it's, largely passive customer service.
Even though your POD partner is handling the physical aspects of fulfillment, you're still the face of your brand. Customers will reach out with questions, concerns,
Right.
or maybe even like a hiccup in the process. So responding promptly and professionally is essential for building trust
Yeah.
and creating that positive brand experience.
It's about treating every customer interaction as an opportunity, really, to
Yeah.
build a relationship and turn them into a loyal fan.
Absolutely.
Love that approach. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from understanding the mechanics of POD
Yeah.
to choosing the right platform, designing compelling products, marketing like a pro, and even streamlining our operations for maximum passivity.
It's been quite a journey.
It really has. And we're not done yet. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap things up with some final thoughts and leave our listener with something to ponder as they embark on their own POD adventure. Welcome back. We've been on quite a journey exploring print on demand.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to unpack all the different elements of building a successful POD business.
Yeah, it's clearly so much more than just like slapping a design on a t-shirt and hoping for the best.
There's a real strategy involved, from understanding your target market to choosing the right platform to mastering, the art of marketing.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some key takeaways you want our listener to walk away with? What's the big aha moment you hope they've experienced?
I think the biggest takeaway is that print on demand has truly democratized entrepreneurship. It's no longer a pipe dream to build a business around your creative passions. You don't need a ton of capital or a warehouse full of inventory to get started. With a bit of ingenuity, some savvy marketing, and the right POD partner, you can create a sustainable income stream doing what you love.
That's such an empowering thought. It's like POD has lowered the barrier to entry for anyone who's ever dreamt of being their own boss.
Exactly. And it's not just about the financial rewards, it's about the freedom and flexibility that come with having a passive income stream. You can set your own hours, work from anywhere, and even scale your business to a level that suits your lifestyle.
It's like POD gives you the power to design not just your products, but your life as well.
I love that. And the beauty of it is it's a constantly evolving landscape. New platforms are emerging, technology is advancing, and consumer trends are always shifting, so there's always something new to learn, experiment with and adapt to.
That's what makes it so exciting. It's not a static business model. It's a dynamic, creative journey that keeps you on your toes.
Exactly. So I encourage our listener to embrace that journey. Don't be afraid to experiment, try new things, and maybe even make a few mistakes along the way. That's how you learn and grow.
So true. It's all about having that entrepreneurial mindset, being curious, adaptable, and always willing to iterate and improve.
And who knows, maybe this deep dive has sparked an idea for our listener. Maybe they have a design tucked away in a drawer, a concept swirling in their mind, or a passion project just waiting to be unleashed upon the world through the magic of print on demand.
That would be amazing. To our listener, I'll leave you with this. What unique design or idea could you bring to life on a product? Using POD to earn passively and create a business that reflects your own passions and creativity. The possibilities really are limitless.
Go for it. The world is waiting to see what you create.
And that's it for this deep dive into print on demand. We hope you feel inspired and equipped to start building your own passive income streams. Until next time.